Hello everyone and welcome to English 219, Business and Professional Writing at Kennebec Valley Community College for the summer of 2015. I'm Mike Tardif and I'll be your instructor. I've made this video for a number of reasons. One, I'd like to tell you who I am. Two, I'd like to tell you what my philosophy about writing and what my philosophy about teaching is. I'd also like to give you some sense of how this course will work and what to expect. And then finally, I'd like to give you a sense of what we're going to be up to for week one. Videos like this will not be uncommon. I'll usually make one per week to get us sort of on the right foot and to get us going for the week. So as I've already said, I'm Mike Tardif. I'm a faculty member in the English and Humanities department. I've been hired by the college to make sure that our graduates are really good writers when they enter the workforce, and that's what this course is all about. It's about workplace writing and being really smart and savvy communicators in all business settings, whether it be public relations, whether it be getting a job, whether it be making a sales pitch, whether it be comparing products. We're going to exercise all of the muscles that you need to be a really successful writer in a business context. I'm a graduate of Michigan State University where I received my master's degree. I've taught there and at the University of Detroit Mercy. At KVCC, I teach three classes primarily: English 101, College Composition; English 108, Technical Writing; and this course, English 219, Business and Professional Writing. My philosophy about education is really simple. I believe students learn best when they are asked to practice and experience things. So for that reason, I'm going to ask that you write a lot this semester. I think it's really important. If you want to be a good writer, you have to write a lot. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to write long papers or we're going to spend a tremendous amount of time on one thing. It means that we're going to practice a lot of different types of writing that ask us to make moves and consider things like audience, purpose, situation, genre, all of these really important writing concepts that we'll get into later in the semester. So it's really important to me that you are willing and committed to doing a lot of work. This is a 16-week course that's boiled down to 8 weeks, so necessarily it's going to move pretty quickly, and you need to know that from the beginning. There will be a fair amount of work in this course, but I think that if you're willing to stay on top of it, if you chip away at it, and if you're diligent, you're going to be really successful, and you're going to be really glad that you took this course. The course is going to work like this. Blackboard is going to be our home base. Each week I'll have a folder up labeled Week 1, Week 2, Week 3, etc. In that folder you'll find everything you'll need to complete the work for that week. Now when I say week, I mean Sunday to Sunday. Okay, there are 2 days that really matter in the context of this course: Sunday and Thursday. Those are the 2 days where everything will be due. So I don't care when you work, I don't care where you work, I don't care how you work. But what I care about is that you get your work in on Sundays and Thursdays. Late work in this course will not be accepted. I work under the philosophy that in the workplace, there's a certain expectation that work gets done. There are no excuses. It just has to happen. Now, of course, I'm a human being, and I understand that we all have hectic and really busy lives. But the more proactive you can be in terms of the workload and in terms of communicating with me, the better. And that's really a lesson that will carry over well into the workforce. So what you can expect in this course is that each week I'll have an introductory video much like this posted in the Blackboard folder. I'll have a checklist of all of the things that you have to do, and I'll mark whether they're due on Sunday or Thursday. I'll make sure that all of the readings are posted, and there'll be drop boxes where you can post your work that's due for the week. Okay? So for week 1, we have a number of things that we need to sort of do. The first thing you need to do is buy your textbook if you haven't already. The name of the textbook is listed on the syllabus, which is posted on Blackboard. Speaking of the syllabus, you need to read it, and you need to know it well. The syllabus is my contract with you about what this course is going to look like and how it's going to function. It's a way for you to understand how you'll be evaluated, what the expectations for the course are, how we're going to deal with things like attendance in an online course. All of those types of things are spelled out really clearly in the syllabus. So I need you to read the syllabus, and I need you to take a brief quiz about the syllabus. Now I know that sounds kind of lame, but it's important for me to know that you know the expectations and the policies that govern this course. The second thing that you're going to need to do this week is you're going to need to practice writing really good emails. It's probably no surprise to you, and many of you have probably experienced this. in today's workplace, email is the primary medium and format where people are doing their writing. A lot of business happens in the context of email, and so it's really important to me that you leave here as an exceptional email writer. So the first thing that I'm going to ask that you do is read in your textbook about writing really good emails, and then I'm going to ask that you reply to an email that I send out to the whole class introducing yourself to your fellow classmates. Now, one of the disadvantages of being in an online course is that we don't have the opportunity to share a space together. We don't have an opportunity to talk to each other, and that's really unfortunate. But it is important because you will be collaborating in various ways throughout the semester that you get to know your fellow classmates, including what program you're in, where you're from, maybe a little bit about your life and how you've gotten to this place. And so that will be really helpful to us, and it will allow you to practice all of the fundamentals of writing really good emails. After that, we're really going to turn our attention to a couple of things. One is understanding how readers read. Now, that sounds kind of silly in the context of a writing course, but we're really a reader-centered course here. All we care about is what our reader needs and how we can meet those needs. So one of the ways to do that is to think about how we read. So the first writing assignment you'll do for me this semester that needs to be posted to Blackboard is a reflection on how you read out of the textbook. And so what I really want you to do is I want you to think about how the textbook is set up, how it's laid out, how it's formatted, how it's written, and how all of those things help you perform your task, which is to read and understand the content of the textbook. So once you do that, then we're going to start to transition to our first real assignments of the semester, which are a couple of letters that we're going to write. Now you may say, letters? Why are we writing letters? Everything takes place over email. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. But letters have a certain measure of formality that's really important. They can be treated as legal documents, and they're really something that we still need to practice doing because you'll never know when you need to write a recommendation letter. You never know when you have to write to a vendor and complain about a product or a service. So that's actually where we're going to start. You're going to write a complaint letter. Okay, so you're going to complain about something in a professional and measured manner, and you're going to practice that rhetorical skill. After that, you're going to take on the role of the person that you're complaining to and deliver good news, which is always a pretty easy and pretty fun assignment. So in that assignment sequence there, we're going to practice formatting letters. We're going to practice writing in a brief genre. Letters can't be long by their very nature, and so that really should get us thinking about how we can write for business, okay? And so that's really what we're going to do this week. I encourage you at any point in this semester, I'm just an email away. My email address is mtardif@kvcc.maine.edu. I always have my phone with me. I'm constantly checking my email. But I do ask you one favor, and that is to try to solve any problems you can on your own. One of the things that differentiates good writers from great writers is resourcefulness. The best writers that I know are simply the most resourceful. They seek out people to read their work. They scour the internet for information and resources that they need, and I ask you to be the same type of person in this course. I need you to feel really comfortable going to Google and asking Google certain questions about certain types of writing. I need you to feel comfortable referring to I need you to feel really comfortable trying to solve all of these problems before you come to me. Now, that's not to say I don't want to help you, but I do want you to have some measure of autonomy in this course where you feel like you know how to seek out and leverage resources to help solve your problems. So I really appreciate it. Go take a look at the syllabus, go pick up your textbook, and I look forward to working with you in English 219 online. Thank you very much.